Tensei Shitara Slime Dattaken. Chapter 2. First Contact. At the moment, it has been 90 days since I have reincarnated. To be precise, 90 days, 7 hours, 34 minutes, and 52 seconds. How can I be so sure? It's a function of the unique skill Great Sage. This skill sure is convenient. Great Sage saves the day, 'cause it answers any question. According to it, for this skill to establish itself in this body, 90 days are needed, and that would be establish in this world's sense. I mean, I was sure I had possessed that skill since the beginning, but that was true only regarding my soul. Until now, it has been accessing and usurping the voice of the world, or so it explained. But damn, I didn't get any of that. It seems that normally a convenient skill that answers any question doesn't exist. The voice of the world is only audible when the world changes, a skill is acquired, or undergoes an evolution. To answer my questions, the Great Sage skill has been appropriating that particular function. I hadn't heard of such an existence in my world, but it seems pretty normal here. Well, in any case, things like skill acquisition and evolution are not everyday occurrences. When the world has recognized significant growth, and in rare cases, it will grant a skill. Evolution, on the other hand, transcends common sense. Well, still, I'm not certain whether I really got any of that, but nothing to do but accept it. Although Great Sage now answers any question, it is still passive and lacks an ego. If I don't talk to it, it won't come asking questions, and that's a shame. However, I am just happy to have a one-way conversation with someone. Though, talking to my own skill, most would call me simply delusional, eh? And so, since I had nothing else to do in the darkness, I kept asking questions. As a result, I have confirmed that I am, in fact, a slime. Lack of hunger and need to sleep have also been explained. The slimes of this world dine on magical energy, and thus have no need for physical nourishment. Where there is poor energy concentration, monsters and small animals will serve as an alternative. And so, in this world, unexpectedly, slimes of energy-deprived regions are extremely violent and strong. Wouldn't you expect regions with abundant energy to be homes to strong monsters instead? In other words, where I am now is a place where food is unnecessary. That explained about sleep. Solution. Slime bodies are composed of identical cells. Every cell serves as a brain cell, nerve ending, and muscle at the same time. Thus, as thought process is undertaken by different cells at different times, sleep is unnecessary. And that was that. So, where are my memories stored? At the very least, it seems not to be an HDD RAID-like structure, no? When thinking that, it seems I got a seems to be around somewhere response. This Great Sage guy seems pretty good at holding a conversation. And so, I got to wondering what the effects of Great Sage were. Solution. Unique skill Great Sage has the following effects. Thought. Raise processing speed by 1,000 times. Analysis and judgment. The ability to analyze and make judgments regarding a target. Parallel processing. The ability to detach thoughts and analysis of phenomenon. Chant annulment. When using magic, the chant is no longer necessary. All of creation. The ability to comprehend any non-concealed phenomenon in this world. These are your 5 abilities. And that was that. But all of creation? Could it be that I have obtained all the knowledge in the world without lifting a finger? Or so I thought, but in reality, depending on the information I understand and the things I know about, additional information can be inferred. In other words, I need to see it at least once, but for matters that I have seen, those I understand through this power. But chant annulment. So, after learning a skill, I don't need to recite anything? More importantly, there's magic in this world? The answer is yes! With this in mind, there is no need to memorize magic. I tried to see if that would work with Great Sage, and of course it didn't. But why did I try? 'Cause YOLO. And then I got an idea. Could I link together Predator's analysis and Great Sage's parallel processing? Solution. Linking Predator's analysis with Great Sage's parallel processing is possible. Will you link abilities? Yes or no? Of course, yes. But, well, it's not like I have anything to analyze. Wait a second, yes I do. That which has been collecting in my stomach, the grass I ate to kill time. What is it? Since I got nothing to do anyway, I might as well analyze it. And so, execute the skill at once. Analysis complete. Hippocte grass, used to create ointment, only grows in areas with abundant magical energy. If grass's sap is combined with magical energy, an energy restoration pill can be created. If the grass is ground up and combined with magical energy, an ointment to stop bleeding can be created. Who could have known? All that weed I've been storing to kill time? It's basically as if a kid had been playing in the sand found diamonds. So I quickly began production of energy restoration pills and ointment. Though I say I began production, my body does most of it by itself, so I don't really feel it. Taking a second only to analyze and 3 seconds to produce, after 5 minutes I can make 100 of these. Though I had no finished product to compare to, judgment ability evaluated it as a high-quality product. Can I be satisfied with these results? And wasn't analysis compiled way too quickly? I mean, wouldn't you expect it to take more time? Linking parallel processing was definitely the correct decision. So, out of curiosity, I decided to cancel the link and try to make one. It took 50 minutes! Processing time has become terrifyingly short. I seem to have gotten my hands on a wonderful skill, while being unconscious, that is. There's plenty of weed being used up inside me, and most of the grass around here seems to be of the hippocte kind. And since it might be needed later, I might as well devour all the grass around here. And, at the same time, medicine is still being produced. What to say? I'm still stuck in darkness. Nothing else to do, well, that I can do, around here. At this time, I was completely off guard. Though my skill was passive, I had been high on finally having a conversation, partner? And during these 90 days, I had never met another living thing, nor had any threat on my life. Whatever the reason, I became negligent. Pochan! Eh? That's all the time I had to think as it happened. My body had suddenly become light. Or was it heavy? A bizarre situation. Had I fallen in water? During these 90 days, I've never had the experience of falling in water. That is, I was either in a cavern or inside some structure, and thus become negligent. I seem to have fallen into some river. Since there could hardly be a river inside some building, could I possibly be in an underground lake or something like that? Until recently, since I saw nothing, I had been carefully taking every step. But while I was busy eating grass and listening to the skill's explanations, I seemed to have, forgotten to check my footing. I am always like that, always getting high off good luck. Even at my company. Leave it to me, it's a piece of cake. Due to those words, I've seen hell many times. I could still see the resentment in the eyes of my senpai. And seriously, what kind of idiot runs around in total darkness? Damn it, I want to beat the crap out of myself. If I live, that's what I'll do. Or, well, so I'll say, but I'll probably regret without reflecting. And, well, I've got time. Actually, I've got no feet to flap in the water with, so it's not like I can even panic in this situation. I guess that's it. A short life of a man... slime. Preparing to suffer from lack of air, I have said my goodbyes. And yet I did not feel any suffering. Why? Did I not fall into water? At times like this, great sage saves the day. Let's quickly ask a question. Solution. Slime bodies move with magical energy. Since oxygen is unnecessary, breathing does not occur. Huh. I wasn't paying attention, but I guess I really wasn't breathing. I see. After 90 days, I have again become a bit smarter. That being so, I seem to have really fallen into water. Not a situation where I will die, but still an unpleasant one. What to do? I don't even know whether I'm floating or sinking. Since I don't have hands or feet, I don't think I can swim. And if I sink to the bottom, could I crawl my way to the surface? And if I'm floating, would I be floating around like this? Rather than flowing, it feels like I'm being cradled, like slowly rocked in an embrace. A rather pleasant feeling, but I guess I'm not flowing anywhere. Rather than a river, this is probably a lake. It doesn't feel like I'm getting carried off somewhere after all. Floating, sinking, with no indication of ever reaching the bottom. This could last forever for all I know. It's a rather bad situation. What to do? And then my brain cells, my slime body, had devised a terrifying plan. What if I happened to predate a lot of water and then expel it like a water jet? Having thought of that, I immediately tested it. Nothing else to do, after all. But that is the decision that would lead to a fateful encounter that I could not even have known. I'm glad I had this idea. To say at least, had I went in a different direction, this meeting would have never happened. But, as if led by fate, I went in this direction. And so, predating enough water to fill about 10% of my stomach, in one breath I released it. I'd completely lost my sense of place. Skill, hydraulic propulsion, has been acquired. I suddenly heard a voice in my head. That's the first time I consciously hear it. That is, the voice of the world. Since Great Sage never starts a conversation, I can't be mistaken, but otherwise it's exactly the same. But I don't even have an ounce of time to verify that hypothesis. With a zagun, a feeling of acceleration envelops my body. Is this what it feels like to fly through the air? At this point, in the direction I thought I wanted to move in, I was shot out of there. Hate to admit it, but maybe it's a good thing I can't see. Even in this complete darkness, the sheer speed at which I feel I am moving is terrifying. Correction. No. If I could see, I'd still feel at least half as afraid. But not seeing is scary in its own way. If you had ridden on a roller coaster in a dimly lit amusement park, you could sympathize with what I'm feeling. Maybe. In my life, the one time I had gone to a rat-infested amusement park is all the experience I have. And besides, in this case, there are no such thing as safety belts. I really should kick myself for coming up with the water jet propulsion idea. Act and then think? Idiot! Check safety is the first step. Can't even focus my thoughts out of fear. What would this flight continue forever? And seriously, how much momentum did I even throw out? And when I thought that, dun, byung, go ro rom zudun, and then intense pain, there was none. Huh? Did I not receive any damage? Or maybe, even if I received damage, do I not feel any pain? Solution. Due to having acquired pain resistance, you do not feel any pain. Due to physical attack resistance, damage has been reduced. Currently, the damaged area is only 10%. Monster skill Slime, specific skill Regeneration, has activated. Will you assist with unique skill Predator? Yes or no? Though there's no pain, there's damage. Is that how it is? Whether it's good or not, I haven't a clue, but if I am careful, maybe I won't need pain. Oh, an assist with Predator? I don't really get it, but for now, yes. At that moment, it kind of felt like my body had decreased a bit, and after a bit, it had returned to normal. It seems that I've predated on the damaged parts, analyzed and repaired them type of thing. What a useful body. Now, should I see how much I could decrease it before this restoration method becomes unusable? However, many percent of my body decreased, it seems to have no effect on my movement. Even so, that I do not end up in an overly dangerous situation, I should probably proceed in moderation. Yep, as you would expect, even I would become careful. This time, even though I have restorative pills, there's no need to use them. In any case, you'd expect 10% damage across the body to be rather serious wound, but repairing it didn't even take 10 minutes. This time, if I took damage, of course I'd be happy if I didn't, I'll use the medicine. And so, where would this be? Having confirmed my body had returned to normal, I proceeded to check my surroundings. Maybe there are dangerous monsters lurking around here. Though I had exited the water, it wouldn't be strange to find some amphibious monsters. I carefully started moving. Lately, it feels like when I'm careful, I fall into some rather dangerous situations, but maybe that's just my imagination. Thinking that was probably a mistake. "Can you hear me, little one?" So I heard something. And I am not going to read the statuses because eventually it gets to the point where it's just freaking ridiculous and it's like 50 billion techniques and resistances and blah blah blah. So, no thank you. We shall not do that. And that is the end of the chapter. So thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for chapter 3. I will say that updates will probably slow down over the weekend. I will be out of town, so I'm trying to queue up a couple, but we'll see how it goes. It kind of depends on my internet connection and how well these takes go. So if you enjoyed, please subscribe and take care. Bye!